What's up, guys? I have a Halloween rumor update about Jamie Lee Curtis having conversations to return to the Halloween franchise. Again, this is just a heavy rumor, but I think it's worth discussing. And I asked Chat GPT, because I'm all out of answers, how in the hell could Laurie Strode return to the Halloween franchise if it were Jamie Lee Curtis, of course. So anyway, let's get into it. What's up, guys? Hope you guys are having a good day. This is just going to be kind of a laid-back video. We're going to talk about Halloween. You guys tend to like when I do Halloween updates. I don't do them that often, but I felt like I wanted to entertain this one, okay? Because why on earth would Jamie Lee Curtis ever come back to the Halloween franchise? Like why? Because she just finished the David Gordon Green trilogy. There was an update a while back where she was interviewed. This was official. And she said, never say never. You know, that was all she said, never say never. And I would think if somebody was bound and determined to never return to this franchise, then they would say, nope, I'm done. It's happened before. Lots of celebrities have said, yep, I'm hanging it up. You know, like James Bond, it's probably happened. Batman, it's probably happened. But Jamie Lee Curtis, she just cannot let go of the Halloween franchise. You know, at least the idea of maybe returning to the Halloween franchise. Getting you up to date, there's an X handle called CineStealth, and they have, you know, on their feed for February 2nd, they had a couple of different ones. I think one was for Scream, but one was Jamie Lee Curtis is in conversations to come back to the Halloween franchise. I didn't do my research. I don't know how reputable CineStealth is. And to give a quick shout out to Critical Overlord, we've been friends for a few years. Really good dude. And he actually did an update on this particular news. I like what he said, like, you know, how would you bring her back? You could entertain maybe an H2O timeline. You could entertain a Halloween 4 timeline, which that would be my choice because then you get more bang for your buck. You get Jamie Lloyd and Laurie Strode in the same movie. Bear with me on this. I'm going to stay on that Halloween 4 angle here for a second, okay? Because I did a big update not too long ago about Danielle Harris and Scout Taylor Compton having a bad encounter, I guess, with Jamie Lee Curtis. They wanted to meet her finally, and it did not go the way they wanted it to. But then Jamie Lee Curtis eventually reached out to them to kind of clear the air with them a little bit, even like sending children's books to Danielle Harris. What if that was the catalyst? Because we know Danielle Harris has wanted to get back into this franchise so freaking bad, practically begging to come back, pitching her own ideas to Malek Akkad. So could one have anything to do with the other, with Jamie Lee Curtis saying never say never? And maybe having some conversations with Danielle Harris and maybe entertaining the idea that, you know what, fans would really dig this if the two of us were actually in a movie together. That would be pretty freaking huge. So that's kind of the meat of what I wanted to cover on this video. If she were to come back in any way or fashion. And this is where I need you guys to get down in the comments and let me know what you guys think about this idea. Even some of you that aren't big Jamie Lloyd fans. Would this kind of smooth things over for you a little bit if you actually got both of them? If you got Laurie Strode and Jamie Lloyd in the same freaking movie? I think that would be the only way that I would welcome Jamie Lee Curtis back to this franchise, because I did post under Critical Overlord's post on Twitter about if you want her to come back, and I said, fuck no. But that is my one caveat. If you could get both of them in the same movie, and you get a damn good script, and I know Dwight H. Little actually wants to direct, then I might be privy to it. And guys, let me foot stomp this real quick, okay? Because I already shut off my cameras and everything, but I just wanted to make sure you guys knew that ultimately I don't want Jamie Lee Curtis to come back in any fashion. If I could have my wish, I'd like them to just start new with a young Myers, fresh prey. I don't necessarily hate the idea of a young Laurie Strode coming back, although I'd prefer them to go a completely different direction character-wise. So I needed to get that out there so that way you guys don't think that this is the route that I want them to take if they were to do the Jamie Lloyd and Laurie Strode thing. No, that's ultimately I want them to start new, okay? So yeah, I just needed to get that out there. I did ask Chat GPT, maybe Chat GPT knows more than we do, about how you could get her back. And real quickly, I'm just going to go through these. Why would Laurie Strode return to the Halloween franchise? Okay, so Jamie Lee Curtis's return as Laurie Strode to the Halloween franchise could be motivated by several factors. One, legacy and character development. Laurie Strode is a pivotal character in the Halloween saga, and Jamie Lee Curtis has a deep connection to the role. Returning could allow her to give the character a meaningful conclusion. Well, I mean, you can't do that because we did that in Halloween Ends. So you're wrong, ChatGPT. It makes no sense to make ending after ending after ending after ending, to satisfy this group and then to satisfy this group. And Critical Overlord actually mentioned that in his video too, and I agree with him for sure. Number two, fan demand. Laurie is an iconic figure in the horror, and the Halloween franchise has a dedicated fan base that loves seeing Curtis in the role. This is true. There are dedicated fans like of Scream and of Sydney that are of Laurie. You know, they love Laurie to death and they would accept her back no matter how many times. I do believe that. And if you're of that group, then let me know in the comments. Number three, creative opportunities. This has my interest. Curtis might be interested in exploring new narrative directions. In the 2018 Halloween and its sequels, Laurie was portrayed as a survivor who has been shaped by years of trauma. A return could offer her the chance to further expand that journey or take the character in a new, unexpected direction. That is kind of interesting. I will admit, that is kind of interesting. What direction could they take? Could she be fully the Loomis role, Closure and conclusion. Given the direction of the most recent trilogy, Laurie's return could offer the chance for a definitive closure to her story after surviving Michael Myers multiple times. Nope. Well, we did that. And then the fifth one that Chat GPT tried to give me is thematic and personal appeal. Curtis has spoken openly about the themes of survival, trauma, and resilience that Laurie embodies. Returning to the role allows her to continue exploring these important and personal themes in a genre she helped define. So even Chat GPT is like, I don't know, they offered a couple of little nuggets there, but getting her back in the role in the present timeline is almost impossible. You can't go after Halloween Ends, That's just because Myers, he's going to be in his 70s, close to 80, so you can't do that. You could do a retcon maybe, but still Myers is going to be old. So no matter what you do, if she comes back, if Myers is in the movie, he's old. So I think the only way that she could come back in her current age is through some sort of flashback or something like that. Maybe the character's dead. And maybe one of her children has a memory of her or something like that. That's the only thing I could think. I don't know. But wishful thinking. Give me Jamie Lloyd and Laurie Strode in the same movie. I think that's my number one. And I know a lot of people don't want that. Another option is Laurie Strode and her son John Tate, played by Josh Hartnett, who I don't think would be opposed to coming back to the franchise, honestly. Yeah, he's gotten some bigger roles here recently, but I still think, he did like the interviews about H2O. I don't think he's above it. I think he would actually consider coming back, especially if Jamie Lee Curtis was back. I think he would do it. So, yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think of this in the comments. This heavy rumor. At the end of the day, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think we'll ever see Jamie Lee Curtis in this movie again. But, like she said, never say never, okay? So, yeah, let me know in the comments. Be sure to come over to Killer Flicks, where we talk horror all day and every day. And on Fridays, we do Free for Fridays. Follow my Drumdums on my social. Support me on Patreon. Become a channel member, buy me a coffee. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a good day, and Drumdum out.